Hi patrons, thanks for tuning in. I just want to say thank you for continuing to support people like me, or me actually, continuing to support me on my journey of educating and sharing my skills with as many people as possible. Of course, the internet has enabled us to reach out and engage with each other way more than we ever would in real life. And although I've filled up workshops ahead of time before, ready to do calligraphy, and I do miss human contact and feedback of how people are doing, I've really enjoyed posting all these videos on my channel, which if you're a member, you can go back and watch again. Just use your login details and watch them again. I just wanted to implore to you, the feedback I've been getting so far is that I've noticed that even though I teach my lettering in my way, with my shapes and the way it looks is the way I recognise how I write, every time someone sends me an email or a picture saying, look, here's what I've done so far, it looks totally different from mine. And you can see the character of each individual calligrapher, because that's what you are, you're a calligrapher now. You can see it coming through, and it makes it completely individual to you. I will say, I'd love to see more. I'd love to see more of what you've been doing. You're not troubling me. That's why I'm here. I'm here to share what I do and encourage you to do it too, because I think one of the biggest questions I get as an artist, I think, apart from how much is it when I'm going to do a commission, they're saying to me, oh, how do you do that? Or, God, I wish I could do it. Well, this is the reason that you now can, hopefully. So I just wanted to say to you, thank you for following me. I've got a couple of different pens here. Excuse me. I wanted to just reiterate something to you. One of the other contacts I've been getting from patrons is about the thickness of lettering. You can tell that I recorded this in one go. Leave that in for authenticity so you don't think I edit things out. I will tell you that I get pens in different thicknesses when I get them online, and they all have different nibs. So if you've got a pen from me before, you'll see, I'm just going to try and focus on that a little bit there. Woo! Okay, so we've got different thicknesses here. That's a very fine one. And that's a medium one. Bit fuzzy. But here is a standard one. Now this is the kind of brush pen that people do first start off with, and you'll see here the point of it is extremely fine. Now this is designed so that when you get confident enough, the pressure that you put on the downstroke will give you a thickness, and the pressure that you put on the upstroke will get really, really thin, but that only happens with practice. So the more you practice with these pens, the more you're going to be able to control the thickness. I've had some feedback to say that using this pen has led to really thick lines, and I can't really get the thin bit. And that's probably just, you know, when you're nervous about something and you might be a bit heavy-handed, or you drop something or something. I think that's what's happening sometimes with these. Now, when I see people in person and I'm tutoring them, we can work on that together. But I'm going to ask you to just have an ask for yourself if you think that maybe you're leaning a bit down too much when you do the downstroke. And when you lift up, is there any chance that you can really go light as a feather? Can you? If not, I do have finer nibs available, but it's really good to start practicing on this. This is a sort of like, you know, standard thickness. If you used a Japanese brush pen like this, or if you use a Japanese brush, the brush bristles, for example, something like this, it has the same mentality. Now that's not a full-on one with a really fat part and a thin thing, but if you can compare that to the brush pen, you'll see it's pretty thick. So what I'm really doing is training you to be able to use something a bit thicker. If you're still struggling and thinking, oh my God, I'm making too much ink on the page, try working on your practice a bit larger. If you remember when we were at school and we were kids and we were younger, we started writing letters really big on a page, A, B, C, D, yeah? Why not try doing the letters separately, but bigger? And then that way you'll get more confidence. It is true that with a pen like this, it's going to be really hard to do intricate writing where you've got to fit it in a small space. And this, you can be really free-flowing. So if you do want to do intricate work, please get in touch with me by sending me a message and you can get hold of one of these pens very, very easily and I'll post it out to you. And then you might even want a range so that if you're doing large work, you can do this. And then if you're doing smaller work, gift tags, bookmarks that only fit in a certain place and signatures and things like that, and very small, maybe you even want to write a letter. I mean, that's going to be hard to write a letter with because it's thick. But given time, you should be able to find that you've got a whole range of abilities and you won't feel conscious of this whole really dark mark as you make it on the page. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say to you. Basically, in summary, I've got lots of different pens, myself as an artist, to use on different occasions. And some of you who've signed up to my channel may only have one pen at the moment. If you want more, get in touch. And I'm not charging much more than what I pay for them. So I really want you to learn. And also, and this is quite interesting, each one of these does unscrew at the end here. And I do have cartridges full of ink that you can drip ink into the felt part in here. I won't take it out because I'll get covered in ink. It is a messy process. And actually, for the cost that they are per pen, I would argue it's probably just worth getting another pen. But with recycling in mind and plastics and things like that, it is a good idea to endeavour to try and top this up instead of getting a new one. So I do have those available too, all postable. So thank you as ever for tuning in. I really appreciate your support and let's get better together. See you soon.